Welcome back to our Bluesy Water channel. Today I'd like to demonstrate a technique that works with our vibration machine, which I'm standing on. I'm standing on a Hypervibe G10. I'm going to crank it up so you can see just how strong this machine can go. Hypervibe puts out a lot of G-force. Okay, I'm going to turn it on down. So vibration machines mimic what animals do to release trauma in nature. Essentially creates a trembling of the body. So when an animal is in a free situation, in a life-threatening event, goes into freeze, it needs to go through a trembling, shaking mechanism to release that free state, or it actually will die. Now humans, due to our socialization, experience many episodes of freeze. Life is traumatic in essence, in that there are situations where our body and our spirit just don't agree with the mind's programming, with what we're taught, what we're told, how to behave, how to think, etc., etc. So typically we adapt, try to get along, follow the program, but our bodies are screaming, no, this isn't what I want. Our bodies are in a state of freeze. So in a way this is a profound spiritual practice, because our bodies are actually instructing us to go back to a state of freedom and liberation. What stands in the way is judgment, socialization once again, belief systems. So when you listen to your body, it has a lot of wisdom. And the body's telling you, please release memories, release these trauma memories. Now trauma, obviously, there's really severe traumas, and we work with people with all levels of trauma. We have a trauma release program on our website. It has many processes, somatic tools, ways to deal with trauma. This is practice right here we're going to show you is really very profound. So please look at that program. Once again, you need to get the trembling state going in the body. You can do that with a vibration machine, and you can do that with the trauma release exercises. The difference between a vibration machine and the trauma release exercises is that with a vibration machine, for instance, with this tool, which called the rapid release, use like this, it says profound vibration, you can start to shed the really built up gripping connective tissue. So you start to tremble your body, and you start to work with that tool, and you can do incredible body work. I use it with all my clients. It's amazing what can take place. I have testimonials on my website. Take a look at them. But for the sake of emotional trauma, which causes the gripping and the freeze in the body, the first thing to do is get this trembling going. I'm going to crank this up a little more. Now you're going to build up slowly if you get a vibration machine, because your body needs to get used to actually letting go. So once I was doing a vibration machine for about 6 months in, I all of a sudden just started to sway. Just started swaying my body. And as I looked in different directions, I would sense memories. Okay? Now, that's one thing you can start to do. Just sway and sense. Sense your mind. Sense what's coming up. Whoa. Okay. That's why, by the way, I have this inversion table. I hold on to the handles. And you can do that, by the way. You just hold on just with the wall. Or you can hold on to this. You can hold on to a wall if you have a platform. Now, some machines come with handles also. Depends on, you can, get pretty stable. You don't really need a handle. Okay, so you're going to start to sway. Now, do what's comfortable. If you just feel like standing still and memories are coming up, do that. But this is one thing that seems to start to kind of get a more panoramic view of your consciousness. Memories are stored in many locations, both within the body, body's kind of like a cosmic field, or a mini cosmic field. So you're sweeping the cosmos of your mind, so to speak. And we really, when it comes to subconscious memories, you think they're your own, but you could be tapping into fields of information that go way beyond your ordinary reality. Okay, so I'm going to turn that down for a second. That's step one. About 6 months or 8 months into doing the trauma release exercises, which are on my website, this is a process we can teach you in about 10 minutes time over the phone with a camera. It's another way to tremble the body. It's a little more deep in the core, and it's your awakening your body's own actual trembling mechanism. So take a look at that on our website on the trauma release link, which we will post. But anyhow, about 6 months after starting to do that, I just started actually moving my head. Now keep in mind that the trauma release exercises are causing a huge kind of wave dynamic in the spine, and it's shooting up into the brain. So when I started doing this, it was like I was essentially trying to set a second wave going to release deeper into my brain, like reinforcing the wave that ignites, by the way, at the pelvic floor. The purpose of the trauma release exercises is you release the psoas muscle, which grips the lower spine, and the spine starts to tremble. Think of the spine and the brain as a highway of memory, subconscious memory. It's just traveling. Memories are going up and down, up and down, up and down. And then memories get stuck. It's kind of like a car derails and gets thrown off the highway. It's kind of like a trauma. So you're trying to kind of get that car back on the road. So this constant wave dynamic is a way to channel all these memories to be cleared. We don't want to have a congested highway of information. So about 6 months into doing the trauma release exercises, I started waving my head. As my spine was waving, I just wanted to wave my head, and bones in my head would start to shift. It's quite extraordinary. So what you can do with the vibration machine, simply, I'll crank it back up again, is while you're waving your body, well, first of all, you can just stop waving your head. But then you could, let's say you're waving your body, you get a little memory, you sense some memory waving up here, just wave your head a little bit. So you're really just combining the sway of the body and this movement of the head. Now don't overdo it, don't hurt your neck. It should be a kind of spontaneous thing that arises. So you might just do vibration therapy standing straight for a few months, and then once you feel the desire to move. The body wants to move and move. If you're an animal in nature and you would fight, you'd be moving and fighting. But deep in the nervous system, how are you going to release that grip? I call it the grip of death. So again, stand on the vibration machine, get the trembling going, get the swaying going. Start moving your head naturally. Don't hurt your neck. And then also, once you start doing all of this, and you incorporate the trauma release exercises, you'll get even a more subtle wave dynamic going deep in the core spine. Alrighty, so try this out. If you have any questions, email me at andrew@bluesywater.com. Turn this down again. Sorry. It makes your voice shudder. If you have any questions, email me, andrew@bluesywater.com. And please take a look at all the resources we have on our trauma release program. Thank you.